So you guys know I am the biggest cheapskate that there is, and that is why Okay, first things first, I want to say a massive thank you to Michael for ordering a Tesla with the referral link. You guys are the best. I can't believe some of you guys are still using the referral link. I really do appreciate it. Help support the channel. If you could do me a massive favor, can we try and hit 60 likes on this video? I do appreciate it. And if you have not already, please subscribe to the channel. It helps a lot. So when you buy your Model 3, there are a few essential accessories I think that you need, and we're going to go through a few of them today, and I'm going to show you the ones I've bought and basically how you could save 150 to 200 pounds on these accessories, and show you the cheapest ones are sometimes just as adequate. So let's just jump straight into it. Okay, so this is really hard to film, but here we have the Tesla standard carpet that is fitted in all the cars. It's lined in all the cars, and it's not the best. And I've driven 1,000 miles with it, and there's already some sort of discoloration. Now, hoovering this does get rid of that. You can't get away without having car mats. That's after 1,000 miles, so you need to have car mats. So I started to look into car mats, and there was stuff like these ones, these nice rubber ones, all-weather mat from places like Tasmanian, and there's a few other places. It's hard to find right-hand drive model ones, but you're looking in the region of 150 to 200 pounds. So what is the cheap alternative for floor mats in this car? So these are the floor mats I'm talking about, and although they look cheap, they're actually not bad. So for the grand old price of £15.29, you get a driver's side mat, a passenger side mat, a rear passenger mat that's a full length one that goes all the way across, and then you also get a front mat. There's no boot mat included, but for £15.29, can you complain? Pigeon up there doing my head in. So also, these mats were shipped from the UK as well, so it's not like I had to wait more than, I think they came in 4 days. These lot. And the quality of the mats actually isn't that bad. They offer an extra layer of protection, and it saves you having to hoover the car every third day, because you just pull the mats out, shake them out, put them back in, maybe hoover them once a month. And they're not doing a bad job. They definitely protect the floor, and the back of the mat with the Tesla carpet sticks really nice, and you get a really firm grip on there so they don't move about and slide about. And yeah, I'll put the mats in and I'll show you what they look like. So as you can see, you get a really nice fit. They're made to measure. The rear looks nice, and to be honest, over those really expensive rubber ones like Tasmanian and places like that, I actually prefer the look of these. These look more like the natural carpet that you get with a Tesla, and for me, I prefer to try and keep stock. If I'm being honest, I like to try and keep stock. I think the rubber mats can look a little bit too plasticky, and they don't look that comfortable, whereas the carpets do, and the carpets actually complement the car. Now, I would say this, the quality of these carpets isn't amazing, but they're not bad, and I think probably you'll have to replace these once every year. But at 15 quid, you could buy 10 years worth of mats, and if you're careful, you might be able to stretch them out a bit longer versus the rubber mat. I'll put a link in the description for these mats. It's not affiliated or anything like that. It's just where I got them from. They're on eBay. It's not partnership or anything like that. But there you go. 15 quid. Not a bad deal. Just a note on the front mat. I've put it in there to show you, but I won't be using the front mat if I'm honest. I prefer the plastic in there. So the next one is the Tesla wheel cap kit. I was super keen to get these aero caps off and put on the alloy wheels with the wheel cap kit, but I've since grown to love the aero caps, and I'm pretty sure they'll be staying on. So I have a Tesla wheel cap kit that I don't really want to use. Now, for the purpose of the video, I'm going to put them on, but I'm just having a look in here, and I was debating whether to buy these or the cheap version. So these are from the Tesla website. These cost this much, but I've seen these on eBay and on Amazon for about 10 or 15 pounds, fake versions. Because these were only priced, these aren't badly priced on the Tesla website. I thought I'd buy them officially through Tesla, but when I've reviewed them and had a look at them myself, I would advise on going with the cheap ones, because these are really cheap. It's a cheap kit. These are really plasticky, and I expect that the cheap fake versions are just as good. So I personally would go the 10-15 pounds one. Let me see if I can pop one of these off and do the kit. I'm really nervous about this because I don't want to wreck the wheels, but you reach into the vent holes of the aero wheel and just pull back. Let's give that a go. Okay. Okay, that was, I guess, what you did. Now, I really like the look of these, but let's see. This is the first time I've had the alloys out. They do look nice. I really don't know which one I want, if I want the alloys or... Oh, gosh. They need a little wash. Get these bolt covers. Pop them on. Dead easy. They're just plastic. Let's pop them on. And then get these cap covers and pop that in there. And that's that. I really don't know which one I prefer. This is so hard to decide. It's really hard to decide. Because it was so easy to put on, I think I'm going to go, I don't know. I don't know. I can't pick. So this is the lug nut cap remover, I think. So just put that. No, is that for them? Well, that's easy enough. I need the... How do you remove this? That's what I want to know. So that's one thing I'd say about the kit, is it doesn't come with a remover for this. It's like they're the easy things to remove. I don't need a kit to remove them, but I do need something to remove this. I think it's decided. I think I'm going to have to go with alloy wheels for a while. So, genuinely, didn't take that long. Probably took about a minute to take them off and change them. That's not long at all. Just literally pull them off. They're really easy to pull off. Just make sure you grab them close to the center so you don't snap anything. And yeah, but genuinely, I prefer the aero wheels. I will be going back to the aero wheels. The only reason that I've decided to do all four of them is because I don't know how to get that center Tesla logo out. I think I need a little pry tool. I didn't want to try and do it right now whilst we're doing this video. So there you go. For now, I've got 4 alloys, but I prefer these. I think they're just a little bit too small to be, to look that good. I think there's too much tire. I like them a little bit more low profile than that. And I think these give you a nice low profile look, and you get a little bit extra range with these. So yeah, that's just my opinion. Okay, so on the Tesla website, you can get the Aero kit for £45, which I thought was cheap enough. And I preferred to go with the official, but after getting the kit, they're not that great of a quality. So a fake version of would probably do just as good in my opinion. So if you head over to eBay, you can find them for around £12.99. So you're saving over £30. And in my opinion, they'll be just as good. And also, you can get more custom ones. You can get them with colour if you want to. You can get the standard ones like what we've got. You can get a bit of red in there, a bit of this, bit of that. And they look pretty much similar. I can't see how even a fake version would be manufactured poorly than these. I'm not saying these are bad, but they are just what they are. Plastic covers with some Tesla emblems on. So I don't think a fake version of this would be bad. And you're going to save yourself 30, 40 quid. If you're that way inclined. If I had the choice again, I'd probably buy the fake version because I don't even think I'm going to use these. In fact, I might give these away. I don't think I'm going to use them. Let's move on to the next thing. Okay, so the next thing I think is almost essential anyway is games controllers. Now, if you've watched some of my older videos, you'll know I've already reviewed these. I've already sort of shown where to get these from. These are PDP Xbox One controllers. You can get them from Amazon. I'll put a link in the description. They're $19.99 and they work with all of the games and they're fantastic. So I've recommended these before. I recommend them again. Dead easy versus you could be spending a lot of money on these, but I mean, they don't make a Tesla official one yet. So $19.99 each, it's not a bad price. The cheaper ones out there, this is the only one I've found to work with all the games as good as they do. So yeah, PDP controllers, link in the description. Again, I highly recommend these. I mean, look, they're fantastic for Buggy Racer. They're fantastic for Cuphead. They work really nicely with Cuphead. It's going to save your tyres on Buggy Racer. And they work with all the arcade classics as well. Okay, and the last thing for me, this is a game changer. It's in here. It's a wireless phone charger. Now, there is a Tesla official one, but the same with the aero caps. I think a cheap version is just as good. They're probably manufactured in the same factories, similar to the aero caps. I suspect they are manufactured in the same place. So this version comes with a few spare wires, a few USB splitters. It's got some installation instructions, and this is it basically. This goes in place. I'll show you me installing it. So this fits in place here. The wires run down the back. You can use so you can still access Sentry mode. You use one of the USB splitters, and you can plug this in into one slot in the Tesla, so you're not using both. Or you could plug in one side if you wanted to, and it'll only charge one phone. It works really well with like it works through cases and stuff with Google Pixel, iPhone X. It does an absolutely amazing job, and it is what it is. Again, it is a wireless charger, so I don't think there's much point of buying the Tesla official one when this one fits so perfectly. Unfortunately for me, I bought a Google Pixel for this because my brother's was working so well on it. So I bought a Google Pixel because I only had an iPhone 6. So I thought, I'll buy a Google Pixel. Didn't realize that I bought the Google Pixel A or something like that, 4A or 3A or something, and it doesn't have wireless charging. So, but you know, when my brother or my sister or my girlfriend's in the car, this works absolutely perfect. And it is a game changer. So I am going to get a wireless charging phone because I put my phone there every single time I drive, and for this, it will be charging whilst you put it there, which is pretty amazing. So yeah, I recommend this one completely over the Tesla one personally. So there's a few different versions of this charger. So yeah, I bought mine on eBay, £25. You can get that on Amazon for around £35, £40. But this is the eBay version, super cheap. Again, it's from the UK. It took about 4 or 5 days to ship. And on the Tesla website, it costs £120. So you're saving 95 quid. And I genuinely, looking at the Tesla one on their website, it looks very similar material to this one I've got right here. I'm not saying it is the same, but there's not much difference. And for me, 95 quid, I'm saving 95 quid. So there you go. Not a problem. This thing works perfect, fits perfectly, and does the job, and it's £95 cheaper. So all in all, with just these accessories, excluding the controller, you could have saved between £200 and £300. And for me, when it comes to accessories like this, it's worth saving the money. Spend the money on the trim of the car. Don't spend it on these little bits and bobs, especially when it's like the wireless charger. You can definitely get a version of for cheaper. The aero caps, you can definitely get a version of cheaper, and it's worth looking around. I know we're talking about £30-40, and a lot of people go, why would you save £95 on the wireless charger when you spent 45 grand on the car? It's worth it, man. That's how I managed to buy the car, is because I was such a cheapskate. So, you know, that's just my opinion. Anyway, I'm going to do a few more of these. I'm going to do another video. I'm going to buy everything under the sun for it, if you guys want to see that. But yeah, there you go. So in total, we saved a whopping £200 to £300 on just these 3 accessories, excluding the controllers, alone. And for my bonus item, it's just something I want to recommend, that I recommend you guys should have, and that is this thing. It's a 12-volt Hoover, and this is my favourite thing I've bought. It's from Black & Decker. It came from Lidl's, but I just wanted to show you this because this has been revolutionary for me. My car used to get trashed, absolutely trashed. I'm too cheap to take it to a valet. I might go once a year, but I'm too cheap to go to a valet or valet, get it valeted. Valeted, I don't know. But this thing is amazing. And now added with the car mats, I'm only using this every so often. But when I'm in a car park and I've just had enough of the grit and the dust on the car and inside the car, pull this out. It's got really good suction power. I think it was around 40 or 50 pounds, which for me is expensive, but I'm sure you can pick up a version on eBay for cheaper. But I really do recommend it. And that's just a bonus item, guys. You're getting top information here. To round it all off, here is my top 4. Running in at number 1 is the wireless charger, and it will cost you around 20 to 25 pounds if you head over to eBay. Coming in at number 2 is the car mats for £15.29. Number 3 for value would be the fake versions of the aero caps that you can get for around £11–12, and I think if you're into that, it will do a fantastic job for you. Number 4 would be the controller. I think it's a must-have. £19.99. I would still consider it cheap, but not dirt cheap, and it does a fantastic job. And then number 5 was a bonus, was the Hoover. Where do you get consumer advice like this, guys? All the links to the products that we've shown today will be in the description, whether it's through eBay or Amazon. I'll post the links down below. As always, guys, you have been wonderful. If you're thinking about buying a Tesla Model 3, please use the link in the description. You get 1,000 free supercharging miles. I get 1,000 free supercharging miles, which means I can do some fun journeys across, and we're going to Europe soon in the car using those 1,000 free supercharging miles you guys have been getting us. It's a great way of supporting the channel. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. If you like the video, please like the video. And yeah, what would you guys like to see next? What sort of accessories should you see? Should I try and get some cheaper ones? I'm sure there's some really cheap ones on AliExpress or somewhere like that, so maybe I should buy on there. But as always, guys, you've been wonderful, and yeah, see you in the next one.